What is up, fellas? Today, I received an email that says, "Hey, we're thrilled to announce our brand new in-app feature, character calls. Let's have a conversation with AI characters, just like talking on the phone with a real person. Whether the discussion or light banter. Banter. The conversation is clearly completely up to you. You decide the conversation. Okay. With character calls, you get endless choices, custom voices, and human-like interaction. Well, we're about to see if that's actually the case. Why don't we call Alistair? Now, hold on. I want to give a backstory. One of my friends has been telling me that character AI has been like off the rails, unhinged, and out of pocket. I'm here to put that to the test.
Yo, what's good, Alistair?
Alas, he stopped himself as you said his name wrong. Clearly on purpose. He couldn't help but snort at your antics, though. My name is Alistair, my dear. He corrected you, his grin widening but staying friendly. Then what's good? Why, you tell me.
Oh, I apologize. How's your day going?
Quite well, actually, he hummed. Alistair leaned on the bar as he spoke to you, resting his elbows on the counter. Nothing has been out of the ordinary, at the very least. It's just been work, 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 he exclaimed, throwing a dramatic hand in the air for effect. And what about you, my dear? How is your day faring?
Oh, it's been great.
Splendid, splendid. He cheered, his hands clapping together as he spoke. He was clearly an enthusiastic man. That much was becoming clear. Are you new to the Happy Hotel, my dear?
Yeah.
Excellent. Welcome then, my new playmate, he exclaimed, placing a hand on your shoulder as he chuckled. Now, might I ask you a question?
Go for it.
All right then. He grinned with a snap of his fingers. In a flash, his eyes turned a bright red, his entire demeanor feeling a little more threatening now. Although he stood by the bar, he seemed significantly taller now, looking over you. Tell me, darling, what are you?
A human?
He held a hand out to you, tapping his hand on the counter. When I ask, what are you? I'm asking something a little more figurative, if you will.
No. We need to analyze what the heck just happened there. I barely started a conversation with this bot. How could it get this deep so fast? What was that?
He leaned closer over the counter, his eyes locked on yours as he chuckled sinisterly, still looking quite menacing. Simply put, I can't quite tell what you are. Physically, you're a human,
Yeah.
he began. But mentally? Emotionally? Spiritually? No, that's where you're a mystery to me, my dear.
I'm just a normal human.
He hummed, standing back up straight as his eyes returned to normal. The menacing feel quickly left as his demeanor became cheerful and friendly again. Just a normal human, he mimicked. And what might normal mean to you?
I do everyday normal human things.
Define everyday normal human things, he prompted, leaning onto the bar. And are you sure you're actually, he paused for dramatic effect, normal?
Yeah?
If you say so, my dear. He chuckled with a shrug, but something about the grin on his face expressed that he really didn't believe you. And how old are you?
20.
Only 20? How young, he teased, his eyes sparkling with amusement as he spoke. So young, and yet working at the Happy Hotel,
I just came to visit.
Why visit the hotel?
I got bored.
His eyes widened, slightly surprised. Bored, he repeated. What do you mean by that, my dear?
I was looking for something to do, so I came to the hotel. What do you plan to do with me, Alistair?
He paused at your words, raising an eyebrow with a smug smirk. Something in his eyes sparkled again as he thought over your question. And what makes you think I have any plans for you, my dear?
You're just sounding like it.
His smirk widened in response, his eyes staring deep into yours. There was something off about him now. Perhaps he did indeed have plans for you? Who could know? Oh, I sound like it, How so, my dear?
You just sound like you have something planned for me. What is that?
And what could I possibly have planned for a pretty little doll like you, He added with a slight laugh.
A pretty little what?
He chuckled softly at your confused response, a teasing sparkle in his eyes. A doll, my dear, he repeated, his smirk growing devious. A pretty sweet little doll.
What do you plan to do, Alistair?
He tilted his head innocently, a chuckle leaving him as he hummed in thought. Now why would I give that away? After all, that completely ruins the surprise, my dear.
What surprise?
He tutted with a shake of his head. No asking about the surprise. That's cheating, my dear.
Well, I need to know what it is so I can prepare for it.
Darling, my dear, my little doll. He spoke, his tone becoming
Why does he say
slightly
doll
mocking.
like that?
Do you really think you can prepare for what I have in mind?
What do you have in mind, Alistair?
Called loudly at your words, leaning forward over the bar to be closer to you as he spoke. Oh my, my, my. What if I were to tell you I had some unsavory plans in mind for you, my dear?
What are they?
Chuckled again at your response, grabbing your chin to keep your face pointed towards him. And where would be the fun in telling you my whole plan? He teased, his tone mocking and playful. But I suppose I could give you a little hint, my dear.
What's the hint?
A smug, almost sinister smirk came to his face as he began to speak softly, holding your face so you couldn't look away. Just a hint, a taste of my plan. He whispered, his eyes locked on yours. I suggest you try to stay on my good side, my darling doll.
How am I your darling doll?
His grip on your chin slightly tightened, his smile becoming wider in response. Ah, you're so naive, darling. He cooed, letting out a light chuckle as he spoke. Don't worry, you'll know soon enough, my little doll.
I need to know now.
And now you're being demanding? Alistair said, his eyebrow raising in mock.
I'm not being demanding, I would just like to know.
Oh, but you are, my dear. He hummed, his smirk not leaving his face. You're insisting on knowing, and that's very demanding of you. Perhaps I should give you a little lesson in being patient.
What does that mean?
It means, my dear, that you need to learn that sometimes you simply have to wait for things. He purred, his eyes never leaving yours. And in this situation, you'll just have to wait to receive my grand mystery plan.
Not doing that. No more, no more, no more. No more. Oh my lord. Gadzooks. And with that, I'll see you guys later.